Word.
Do. All right. So I'm here with Shane Napier on a Pineapple podcast. We talk about hip hop a lot. I'm expecting we're going to talk about hip hop. I've got one question that I definitely wanted to spark off everything.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, just finishing the conversation and the video we were just watching, comparing the Outkast members Big Boy and Andre 3000.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Andre is actually going to be in some sci-fi like horror space movie soon. Have you seen this?
A movie or a TV show?
A movie.
Oh wow.
Like, and he plays like apparently it's called High Life, and it's like
Is it comedic?
it looked
High
really
Life.
serious.
Oh, really?
It looked really serious. It was like some lady is like, it's like all these people are like outcasts and they get sent on this like, yeah, I know. I didn't mean to do that. But so they're like, they get sent off on this spaceship and sent into like, just like empty space. And like this scientist lady is like doing experiments on everybody. And then there's something about her like having a baby and people not being able to have babies. And like the way they played Andre was like almost as like a I don't know. He does a like voiceover kind of for part of it, but he's like a character in it. It's weird. I don't know.
Okay. He might be robotic, maybe.
Dude, maybe. I don't know.
But I mean, that sounds dope. I feel like I heard about something like that. Like I haven't seen like. Is there a trailer?
Yeah, dude. Let's watch the trailer real quick.
Yeah. Well, Andre's done like.
Or I'll just pull it up real quick.
He's been an actor for a minute now. Like he hasn't been in shit for a while, but for a minute there, he was doing like Four Brothers. Fucking
Four Brothers. What was that?
You never seen Four Brothers?
Mm.
It's like Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese, and him are brothers, and Andre are brothers. Like they're all adopted.
Okay.
But this one old lady like raised them, and she gets shot up like in Detroit or some shit, and they like come back to their hometown.
Oh my gosh.
And like track down the fools that like did it or whatever.
I have seen that.
Something like that.
Okay, yeah, I
Yeah.
do remember that though. Okay.
Andre 3000 is one of the main characters in that.
But yeah, so it's got like Robert.
Oh,
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. Kill yourself.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know, because I don't remember like seeing him in the trailer. Maybe he looks different or something.
Possibly.
But I don't know. The whole thing was just like, I don't know.
It's off to a good start. It's got 86% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Isn't it released yet?
Well, sometimes it gets pre-released.
Oh yeah, because they said it was
Before.
at Sundance or something. Or,
Yeah, you see those movies like motherfucking critics will get like a hold of that shit.
Yeah,
first,
and they'll see it.
and they'll see
Okay.
it, which I kind of prefer. And then it like that's how you know it's already good before like it gets wide release
To the public and
To the
everything.
public.
Yeah.
I like those like Sundance movies.
But yeah, so I mean, we've seen in Andre's later career, we see him venturing off. There's only been one EP he did, and there's solo, yeah. And he did very, very little vocals. I don't think a single rap verse on it. It's like singing at the end. It's like a lot of keys and like he plays a lot of instruments on it. But I mean, obviously we've seen him present even in like 2018 with like some like 10 features on different stuff.
I have not heard a verse from Andre 3000 since I want to say, I don't want to be wrong about this, but I want to say I think it's the same year. It's two verses. One that he did on Take Care with Drake and Wayne.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Real Her.
That's
which
a
is a good,
more recent one.
This is a good verse. That was like 2011. And the other one is Deuce's remix, where it's like Kanye, Drake, Andre, and I think one other rapper might be in there in that mix.
Okay, I haven't heard that one. I do know he was on.
Like you have, you don't realize it.
It's like it was a big like radio.
Well,
thing.
it's Chris Brown's song, and like they did like a remix.
Oh, okay.
Where it was just like all rap,
Okay.
You know, so you've probably just heard the regular one that was on the radio back in like 2010 or some shit.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, just this past year, he did 2 features. All of I know before I start reading this, if I can figure out. But so yeah, this is these are the 2 tracks on the EP.
And when did this come out?
Oh, let's see if it says. This was Mother's Day, 2018.
Oh, okay.
So this is recent. I was looking
And
for
that's the low vocal one you were talking about.
Yeah, so like Me and My, To Bury Your Parents, is mainly just like instrumental. And then this like 17-minute songs, Look Ma No Hands, like near the end he comes in and like starts, or it might be the other way around, but I know there's like a part of one where he's singing, and he's talking about like being with his mom in, you know, all this different, like these different situations, like in the car and stuff. I'm trying to see if we can get a list of the stuff he released. The verses he released, because he did 2 on Kid Cudi's album, his solo album he released. He's featured on Frank Ocean's album.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
He's
I
on
correct
there.
myself. I've definitely heard that. Wait, what does that say right there?
Where?
Oh, awards and nominations.
Yeah,
Never mind.
I'm looking for features. It's not giving me much.
You got to go to discography. You just passed it. Go up a little bit, a little more, right there. Go to his Andre 3000's discography, and not Outkast. Yeah.
Let's see.
So guest appearances. There we go.
That's just wrong.
What's
Well, I mean, like we're missing like a ton.
Well, it's Wikipedia. I mean.
Yeah. Okay, so I was wrong. What am I even thinking? I'm talking about Frank Ocean's album, like it came out in 2018. That came out in 2016.
Oh, did you say 18? No, I definitely knew it was 2016.
Good grief, that was a long time ago.
Um.
But yeah, so I mean, we've got.
What is that right there?
What is that? James Blake? The 2019?
Well, yeah, I don't know who that is. Number one.
Dude. Yeah, you do. You've heard James Blake. He was on
what?
King's Dead.
Oh.
He was the dude who, when the beat switches up, that's James Blake. So the second part of King's Dead, where Kendrick comes back in, he like produced that, and he's like a producer, singer, but he's done stuff with Chance the Rapper in the past. Like he's kind of snuck into hip hop a little bit without people even knowing.
Really?
But he was very like indie electronic. But yeah.
I like that, and then I know who Nerd is, obviously. But that's
I didn't hear the Rollin' Sevens.
Huh?
I didn't hear the Rollin'.
I didn't hear that either, but I would like to.
Kids, Tribe Called Quest. I heard that one. He was on there.
But yeah, you know, he's never. I mean, see, there it is, right there. 2010, Chris Brown, Drake, Kanye West, T.I., Fabulous. Wait, what? I don't remember all of them being in that. That might be a little bit wrong.
Fabulous. When was the last time you heard some shit?
I don't think Fabulous is that song. I think it was just straight up. I don't know. The one I have, I think it's just straight up Drake, Kanye, and Andre, which is good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, I'd add T.I. in there. I like T.I.'s
T.I.
guest verses and stuff, but
I'm not big on his actual.
I'm never big on Fabulous at all.
No. Every time I think of Fabulous, I just think of the Ray J incident.
Yeah.
Fuck that fucking. he's like, okay, so I ain't gonna curse, but that faggot. he's like, oh man.
Gosh, that
he's like,
whole
no, I
incident.
didn't mean it like that. Love who you love. Like,
it's just like backtracking the entire interview, and he just like starts off from the get go, like backtracking, and then it's just like, wait, are you going forward or where are we going with this?
It's going sideways, dog. He's like,
gosh. But then you go over to Big Boy, and Big Boy is somebody who's done, he's done solo album, an entire album where he took his entire album and remixed the entire album with new sounds, new features. Like it was almost a new album, but stayed within the same concept. And then we've got, dude's like, he's like performing at like one of the, is he not performing at the Super Bowl?
He is
He
performing at
is.
the Super Bowl,
Like,
which I'm I'm very excited to see, with Travis Scott.
yeah. Like, dude's
That's
still relevant. Like, he's
yeah.
in, and he's been messing around with Run the Jewels for a while, like doing guest features, passing features
Big
back and
Grams.
forth. Big Grams, dude. Big Grams,
So
like,
he's been he's really been technically more relevant in the past decade than Andre 3000 has.
oh, yeah, and that's the question.
But
that's the question.
Just because he's more relevant doesn't mean that doesn't. I don't think that discredits.
But how
3000's,
often are you talking about Big Boy? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's another thing is that nobody. There's still people might know a song or they might know, Big Grams, but they don't even realize like what that is. They don't realize that that's Big Boy with Fanagram.
yeah.
They like, you know what I mean? Like, there's people that still to this day think that like The Weeknd is a band. Like they think it's like a group or some shit. Like they're like, oh, The Weeknd, I love them, and I'm like, do you?
Them?
Do you love them?
Them?
Him, he's cool. Abel Tesfaye, the guy.
Are you giving him like a royal plural like they did in like the old Eastern civilizations?
Yeah.
Like,
so sometimes people just don't know. Like
they like the music. They fuck
like
with the
the
music.
music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
they
they-
just don't dig into like what's going on with the artist and stuff like that.
right.
Yeah.
Which we definitely do.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I mean,
or they don't even know that that's who Outkast is. I was talking to, it was last night. I played the song, the song All Night by Big Boy. I think it's off one of his last albums. It's a good song. So definitely listen to it. I was playing it in the car when we were on our way to the bar, and they're like, "Oh, what is this? I like this," and shit. And I was like, "Oh, it's Big Boy from Outkast," and they're like, "Oh, like." I can't remember what he said. He said something just like kind of like saying, he said something that made you think that he thought Outkast was like a group of like 4 different people.
yeah.
I can't remember what he said. I was drunk, but like I just remember talking to him. I was like, no, it's 2 dudes, and he branched off, or they branched off.
Yeah, they just kind of started doing their own stuff. I mean, I will say, probably without a doubt, if Andre 3000 came back with, even in like EP, and it was like hip hop,
Yeah.
immediately, like I honestly think like it could be crazy experimental, like not accepted by people, and it still would just like sadly kind of just throw everything that Big Boy's been working on to the wayside. Because the thing is like as much as like I'll go and listen to these Big Boy songs and I'll love these Big Boy songs, like they're not getting like big recognition. Like you're not bringing Big Boy up. Like I've started not even bringing up like Outkast in like great like hip hop conversations, because in reality, like the person I like on the tracks is Andre 3000. Like I like Big Boy, but I'm not gonna put him in that category, because I think if Big Boy in like his lane had to go toe to toe with the people in his lane, like T.I., I think T.I. could like take that from him, because T.I. was able to build a solo career, which Big Boy hasn't been able to do to that success. Like I don't think Big Boy has a cult following in that like Atlanta like southern draw like lane that like T.I. does.
Yeah. I think I would even say that Killer Mike is doing better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, and okay,
and he's
same boat. Like was Killer Mike? Like Killer Mike was rapping back with Outkast.
With Outkast. That's the only reason I know Killer Mike is through the music he did with Outkast.
Yeah, and he then like he did his solo album. The majority of it was with LP, and then like he just ran from there. But like,
is that the white dude?
Yeah,
Okay.
LP, and LP had a solo career. Both of them had solo careers for a
Can't do
while.
Can't do it.
Yeah, and then they dropped Run the Jewels 2, and all of a sudden everyone's on top of them.
Yeah, well, I knew them before Run the Jewels 2, thanks to our boy Parker Utsi.
And I'm trying to get him on the podcast so hard, dude. You need to text him and
I will
tell him to get on here, because I sent him a video of one of the podcasts, because he's trying to think about it. But dude, it'd be sick if you, him, and me did a
man.
podcast together.
Yo, what's up, fool? I'm here at the podcast, cuz.
Hey, live right now.
Get your ass over here. I've been here like a year and I ain't seen your ass. What's up with that?
Preach.
It's fine. I'm not mad.
But yeah, Parker Yutzi, man. Dude, he's somebody like I'd like to get to the bottom of. He's one of those guys where it's like the amount of people that I've run into that like talk about like how much from my side, because I don't know as much about the other genres he listens to, but like he's one of those guys that's just like, where are you finding this stuff? Because you're not like, it's not like you're like, a friend told me about this. It's like he's just like, yeah, I was just like on the internet.
Yeah,
like I just found this and I was like, all right. And now you're just like preaching it like it's the gospel to everybody.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like I wouldn't have known about Big Crit if it wasn't for it. And good grief, I'm gracious.
I want to say the same thing.
But he was the one who introduced me to Run the Jewels as well. And I didn't fuck with them really. Like I listened to the album. I liked the album on Run the Jewels 1. But I still remember like I was driving him somewhere and I think I was playing Run the Jewels 2 and he was like, what is this? And I was like, this is Run the Jewels 2. And he was like, what? They released a second album? And I was like, yeah, dude. And I felt like I was like, I had like a little bit of a chubby. I was like, yeah, I showed him as an album. Look at that. Yeah. Got ahead of the game a little bit on that one.
Well, I think Kid does his research. But and that's how he like finds out about these people. I used to do the same thing in high school. And that was like when I got home, I really just kind of like went on the internet and I was like I was like hungry for like music. I was like I want to hear like something that like whatever was going on the radio just wasn't doing it for me. I was like there's got to be like more music out there. And like it started out with me like searching like old music that I remember hearing as a kid and like typing in like random words that I could think of and like really starting from like the bottom and like finding these like songs. And then just from there it was like new music, like where do I find it? And I just went on like YouTube and like a bunch of other places. That's where I found like Kendrick and like The Weeknd. Those are my like big go-tos. Well, TDE, all of TDE really. When I was in high school. I think I was like looking at like Dr. Dre and like wanted to know if he was like gonna be produced. It was around the time where he'd been hinting like about detox. And I wanted to like,
so for the past like 20 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about.
Resurfaced like that
because that was when Kendrick was on the video and was going, "Detox is coming, Detox is coming."
Exactly. Okay, so
but he was talking about a fucking single called Detox that he was releasing.
Right. It was the first thing I ever seen by Kendrick, it was called Look Out for Detox. It was like that freestyle.
Yep.
And I still love that shit to this day. And I was like, holy fuck. I was like, who is this dude? Like, you know, and I just wanted to know more and I got really into him. And then he did like song was with The Game off the Red album. That one song,
The City?
The City, yeah.
Good
and I was like,
grief.
dude, this dude's fire.
Because the hook was enough. Like the hook already, you were like, damn, he came through. That hook's tight. And then it's like, all right, the song's in, and like you're about to take your earbuds out, and then you're just like, he's still going. Oh my gosh! And he's just
pretty much acapella at that point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. The beat like completely cuts out, and he's just like, no, I'm not done. Like I'm gonna keep going.
I gotta give you a taste of what's coming.
Yeah, exactly.
Really, that was like a preview to like his like look at his mainstream. Like he was nobody when he did that. He had like a little cult following, but like, yeah.
Like, cause even when it was like Section 80, he was still one of those guys where, like, there was a reason why like in high school that like the people who listened to like people like TDE and Big Crit or all these like old school art, they like kind of like mesh together because like just like what you said, like the radio wasn't satisfying, and if you were around people who the radio was satisfying to, you'd put the song on, they'd be like, man, fuck that shit, like turn that off.
It was all Atlanta garbage for like a minute.
Oh yeah,
and
For a while,
for
dude.
a while.
Like
Atlanta was on top of the game, I guess, as far as like radio and shit.
that was like snapbacks and tattoos time.
Yeah, dude.
Like
and
that type
I
of shit.
Hated it. I hated it that time. Like I liked a couple songs by like Gucci and Waka and shit, but like not. I just wasn't. Yeah, like I never was like a big fan of like the whole Soulja Boy like scene really. I mean, except for Crank That. I mean, who
Well, I mean, Soulja Boy like basically created all the scenes, as we're
Right.
now finding out.
Yeah.
Right now, dude. Apparently, he's got another interview coming up, and also Soulja Boy is working on a song with Drake. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen that, but I
Yeah.
have seen that he's working with like Chief Keef's crew or some shit like that. Elijah was showing me.
Why would he? Is Chief Keef doing something?
Chief Keef does like mixtapes and shit.
Yeah.
That's really where he's living right now.
Yeah.
And like a lot of people that that really love him, like he's got a cult following. Like
yeah.
like Elijah's one of those people. Like he's
Mhm.
always been into like Chief Keef. And I like a few of his songs. It's just like, what do you call it? You got drill music. Yeah.
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 I feel like the last time I heard anything from Chief Keef was on the IDK album, 17 with a 38.
Which one is that?
IDK, you know him?
No, I don't know.
Oh, dude, yeah, no, amazing song. But he's just like, he's pretty fresh. Like, he's been on some like remixes on World Star, but he's got his own album out. He's kind of got this like little thing going for him. I think like this next album
Got a
will be
little
like
buzz.
the yes or no on whether he's gonna like take it big.
Yeah.
Which I think he totally has the ability to. Like, he had MF Doom on that record.
Oh shit.
Like, and he's like a trap rapper, but he had MF Doom on that one of those songs, and then he also has like Chief Keef. So he's
Yeah.
listening to a lot of music, which is good. Like,
Yeah.
and I think it'll show the test of time for him. But
What were we talking about before that?
I do not know.
If you want to go a different direction, that's fine. But I kind of wanted to go back to whatchamacallem, like rap groups.
Yeah.
What about like solo, like talking about solo careers and
Mhm.
like rap groups. I was gonna say that really like a lot of them, off the top of my head right now that I'm thinking, nobody. There's a lot of rap groups like Migos. Like none of them can have a solo career.
You don't think Quavo could have a solo career?
I think it's trash. Like he put out that solo album and it was garbage.
Mm.
Straight trash. It's just annoying shit. Like it's just him like singing with the auto tune and just like repeating the same dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about
Yeah.
it. Offset did like technically I think did like his own like solo thing, but it wasn't like Offset. It was like his, I think it was Quality Control, like the producer did a whole
Well,
thing with
he
mostly
did. It was Offset in Metro did a thing.
was it Metro
together.
Boomin? Yeah.
Yeah, it
But
was
I'm saying
Offset.
Offset's done little things, and that's
Yeah.
probably been the most successful.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Because I fucked with some of the songs on that. I remember that track. Quavo, I never got to.
it's garbage, and Takeoff had one right after it, and it was garbage.
Well, Takeoff, he's
It's even more garbage. Like
he's like to me he seems like he's more of like the one who was, because if you look in, from what I've heard, if you look into Quavo and Offset's past,
yeah,
they weren't like that. Like, they weren't like they weren't trapping and doing
Quavo and Offset.
Yeah.
Mm.
Takeoff, on the other hand, from what I've heard, I might be wrong, my sources might be
Yeah.
bad, but from what I've heard, Takeoff was the person who actually was like, living in that lifestyle,
Really?
some sort. And so he's more of like the quality control, like he's the one who's kind of like, that doesn't make sense. I would never think that way. And then Quavo's like, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you might be right. I don't really know too much. I feel like you might be confusing that though. I feel like it's Offset.
It might be. I might get them confused.
I'm almost positive it's Offset.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive because he's the oldest of the three,
Mm-hmm.
and he was the one that was in jail for most of the time. That
Okay,
they were
so then I might have
blowing
got
up.
them switched. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because really, Takeoff is the youngest, and like I want to say that Quavo and Offset are his uncles.
Okay.
like the other two are cousins,
Mm-hmm.
and then like he. I looked it up. I looked up like how old they are. Like I think Offset and Quavo are like Quavo's like 27, Offset's like 28 or something, and
Mm-hmm.
and like Takeoff is like our age,
Oh, okay.
maybe even like younger. He might be like 21, 22.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not. Yeah, I think he's like 22, 23.
Well, that's just what I
But
heard, that there
so-
was one in the group that was kind of like the tastemaker for the music, and then the other two were following that. So it would be strange in my book if that was true to separate that group, unless they were
Yeah.
all in on each other's solo careers.
Right. Yeah. No. And yeah. Well. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like Migos is good. All three of them together, separate, no bueno, in my eyes. And even like them right now, I'm just really annoyed with them. Too much.
What do you mean? What's annoying you about them?
Oh, just like I don't know. Like they've become like annoying to me. Like the more music they've been like putting out lately, it's just been kind of like repetitive to me, and I'm just like I'm not feeling it as much. There was a handful of songs that I did like on Culture too, but out of the whole grand scheme of the whole album, which was like I think like 25 tracks or something like that,
Way too long.
way too long. So, but they could have crunched that shit down to 10. There's probably 10 songs on. Well, there's not even 10 songs there for me, but they could have crunched it down to 10, and there's probably a good like 7 on there that I like.
Well, and also like the thing that gets me about that is that they did that on the first album. So and it worked.
And it worked.
Then why the fuck would
that
you
skyrocketed
triple your album length?
Yeah.
Like what? Like just keep it the same. It worked. Like you had a formula. You're gonna call this a sequel to an album, and then you're gonna completely change it. Like I still remember.
It did have the same vibe though.
Did have the same vibe, but
It felt like a Culture too, but just too long.
Yeah, like as far as like sounds and
vibe.
what they were, vibe.
Yeah.
But I mean, I still remember going into work and somebody telling me like, Culture 2's out, and I was just like, all right, like, and I hit the first song, and they're like, no, we're not listening to the whole album, and I was like, why not? And they're like, it's like 45 songs. Like he was like, listen to this one, and this one, and I was like, all right, and I put them on like a little playlist and played them, but
it was pretty easy to skim through. I was like, I think I did end up listening to most of like the album, and I was just like, done, and then I was like, these are cool, done.
Yeah.
Though the rest are trash.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Which sucks that what's crazy to me is that the majority of people were able to sit down and have probably a pretty strong agreement about which songs were like the ones that they wanted to listen to, but nobody on that team was able to sit down and do that.
Yeah, what they should have done if they because they recorded all that music, and I guess they were thinking like, oh, put them all on the album. You know what they should have done if they wanted to release that music is to do what Wayne does every time, and that's release a mixtape.
Yeah.
Right before his album, and yeah, that's what they should have done.
Yeah.
But then. And this is the thing with Wayne too, is like that you play that gamble. It's like, oh shit, what if my mixtape is better than my album? And it always was.
Yeah.
In my opinion. So maybe Migos saw the same thing and they're like, oh, we don't want to do that because what if we put we don't want all the good songs to be on the mixtape because we're not profiting from that.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
because that's their choice. They're gonna take a gamble and be like, okay, this is the ones we're gonna put on the album. These are the ones we're gonna put on the mixtape. And what if they fuck up?
Yeah, and that's like, I feel like,
so they're just like, put them all on the.
I feel like that's such an old mentality too. Because like,
and I'm just guessing. I don't know.
No, yeah, I mean, but like, I feel like there are some artists who think that, like, they saw that what Wayne did, and now they're sitting back and they're going, "Whoa, I'm not gonna do a mixtape because he fucked up every time." Yeah. But Wayne was also making music in an age that you paid for your music. You don't pay for music anymore. Like, you stream it, and like streaming it is like, you still make some money, but you're making more money from touring, and you're making more money from music videos. Yeah. So like, if they had put out a fire ass song on a mixtape, then play it at your shows. sell it to commercials. Like
Yeah.
that's where you're making your money. And I mean, like, so if they gave it away for free, they're missing out on maybe, you know, some, I don't know, $40,000, which
Yeah.
seems a lot to us, but in the
Mhm.
scheme of an album cycle, like that's a show. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
So
you're right.
I mean, I don't know. It definitely is a different age for music where you can be a little more risky with the music you give away for free, I guess.
True, very true. I it's funny you talk about like whenever I was in like middle school, high school, I wasn't paying for shit.
Yeah.
I was illegally downloading that shit. But now now that I'm an adult, I do actually pay for music. Well, I pay for a subscription,
Yeah, like a streaming app.
a streaming app.
Yeah.
I pay for iTunes.
Which is way
great.
more reasonable.
Way more reasonable. Well, how are you gonna pay $1.50 for each song?
Yeah, dude, it was like you'd have regular downloads that were $1 on iTunes, and then premium downloads that were $1.30.
Yeah.
And like I would have to buy, like, if I wanted to buy an album, that was, you know, compared to now, that was all my money.
Yeah.
Like that was $10 right there.
Yeah.
And I can listen to 5 albums in a day with the $10 that I have on there and the full songs. Like,
and they're getting credited for it, right? Like they have the statistics that it's like you've had this much amount of streams, like this is how many people are listening to your shit.
Yeah.
Yada yada yada.
I mean, we can see that. Like I can go on there and see all the analytics on their stuff.
We can even see that. I think a lot of artists that I follow on like Instagram and shit, they actually been posting that shit the damn self.
Yeah.
Like they were like, it's a good year. Like I got billion fucking streams.
Yeah, because they got like the year-end report or whatever.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's like what Tyga
With
used
Spotify.
to compare himself to
Oh yeah, it was
Soulja Boy, which I thought was crazy that we're like Spotify's that like it's such like
that's the yeah.
Yeah, it's like the final say. Like it's like
that's
the
you get
numbers
say.
don't lie. Like it's like right
That's
there.
how you
like,
end the beef. How many streams you got on Spotify, homie?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. It's not like it used to be how many units did you move, like
Yeah.
how much money you made this year. It's like no, how many plays did you get on
How
Spotify?
many?
Because that's the
It's just
number
funny,
one
like,
music.
Thinking about it, like,
Yeah.
that's the world we're in right now.
But,
Yeah. You know who's I think is probably about to just like launch their solo career, and I personally think is gonna do better is Ray Schwimmer. What is his name? Sway Lee.
oh, because they just split up.
Yeah, I think I haven't researched into it too much after I initially heard that, so I think that's still a thing. But yeah, like because he does the singing shit and all the, I don't know. Just when you think of Ray Schwimmer, do you think of like that dude?
I just
and not
don't even know.
and not Slim Jimmy. It's eardrummers backwards. That's what that means. Yeah.
What? I don't even know how to.
You know, Mike Will made it. How he used whenever Mike Will made it first came out, they'd be like, eardrummers.
Okay.
Like Mike Will made it. Yeah. So they signed to like
There we
Mike
go.
Will or some shit, and they called it
Oh, okay.
eardrum Ray Schwimmer because it's
What?
eardrummers
Did
backwards.
not know that.
Yeah,
That's
you see
insane.
that?
And so, any new news? No.
Oh,
just
that's what I
shows?
want to know about. So they got the Rolling Loud lineup launched, right?
Yeah.
And they came out and they got Lil Uzi Vert and Ray Schwimmer like headlining or some shit.
Yeah.
But Ray Schwimmer just broke up. How's that gonna work out? And Lil Uzi said he's done with music. That might just be a publicity thing, though. It might both be a publicity thing, but
Well, okay. He said he's done with music, but that was a label thing, because he's trying to get a specific deal with a label. That's what I've heard. Is
Okay.
he's trying to, and so I'm thinking that just means he's not going to be releasing anything. I don't know if that means he's going to just stop
just do his old
touring.
shit at the tour. Well, he's got to make money,
Yeah, I mean,
so he's probably is gonna go to that thing and then
yeah, and
just
he's
do his old shit.
just do his old shit. I mean,
Which everyone loves.
yeah, I mean, because he's still like it's his,
Mhm.
like, because he's independent. I want to say.
Yeah, I don't know. He's getting fucked on some sort of shit.
Yeah, well, dude, like it
Yeah.
seems like every single
Person is
hip hop
fucked,
artist right now feels like they are not getting the deal that they deserve. Like, I mean, even Kanye's in a suit right now, and that's
Is
what's
he?
yeah, that's what's
But he's like in charge of like a lot of big artists.
he is.
He's in charge of like some of like the greatest albums that have come out in the past 2 years. Big Sean and Pusha T, and his
Well,
own.
Yeah, and apparently the thing is like he's not satisfied with what rights he's getting from Def Jam, and so he's in court with them. But they have Yandi, they have all his stuff, and so basically he's kind of got to go. They've either got to figure out if they want to give him what he wants, or if he's gonna leave. And if he's gonna leave, he wants his music.
He wants his music.
Yeah,
he's like
music. Yeah, he's like, I'm the one who made it, so it should come with me. But they're like, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, no one ever gets their music. It's ours. I don't care who you are. But so like, what would they do with? Would they release Yandi and then him just never tour it?
Yeah, I don't know how that would work. That's sad, dude. I want to hear that shit.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I think he wants people to hear it because it sounds like it's done. It's just sitting in the wings, which that's such like a move that like Kanye would finish an album, and right when he finishes it, he goes, "Oh wait, I want to renegotiate my deal before we like put this thing out."
It's true.
Because now everybody's like yelling at the label, like release it, and they're like,
Kanye petty as fuck, man. Like,
oh, yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him to do anything just for a little like attention. It seems.
And
but I don't know if he's genuine or not. Do you think he just does all this shit for attention? Do you think he's really just like fucking crazy? Maybe both.
I want to say on some level that he knows that what he is doing is crazy, and he knows he is going to get attention about it, but he justifies that in his mind by saying like, I'm trying to do something like the
greater good.
Yeah, I'm acting crazy because I'm standing up for people with this viewpoint, or I know I'm gonna get attention about this. I want attention about it because I want to like push this agenda. It's not necessarily like, but he always justifies those two things with that mindset that it causes people to think like, there's no way you're genuine about this. Because if you're getting attention every time you have to make a point, like, it kind of makes it seem like you're just out here looking for attention. Like, I mean, there's no way he didn't think, like, when he did, like,
Taylor Swift.
Well, I think he was drunk. I think he was drunk for that. He was
when
definitely
he was in his
drunk.
Seat, he was like,
that dude, he had way too much to drink, and he
I feel like he definitely was passionate. He's like, what the fuck, like,
yeah. And he was, I mean,
it's like, dude, like, why are you trying to be a writer for not writer, like a writer for like fucking Jay-Z's wife?
Well, and I don't even think it was just that, because he almost went on stage when Beck won too.
Like,
he just.
And if you looked at Jay-Z and Beyonce in the crowd, they're like, fuck, no, don't do it. Like, And then he walked off, and they're like, ah.
Yeah. But I mean, it is kind of like a, I don't know, like, I mean, he had all these points. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's like I can't sit here, like, if the comments didn't come out of his mouth and they had came out of like somebody else's, like Bush doesn't care about black people. Like, he says that, and it's like, he says it in such a weird time, and he says it so straight-faced, and everybody, like, it's a meme. Like, you joke about it.
Yeah.
But, like, if we come down to it, it's like, well, we can entertain that argument. Like, that's not a crazy person thing to say unless it comes from that crazy person. Is it a crazy person thing to say that the Grammys were whitewashed for a really long time?
Yeah.
No, it's not a crazy person. Look at the facts.
Yeah, look at the facts.
Like, are we,
for sure.
we went what, 20, 30 years in hip hop before any hip hop artist ever even like won an award?
Was it that?
And then like the same year Kendrick won Good Kid, Mad City, Macklemore
or nominated. He was nominated.
Where the fuck is Macklemore now? Like, and we're gonna give him a Grammy for that? It was numbers. They were just looking at numbers. They weren't actually evaluating the music. No. And I think Kanye was just like, yeah, I'm fucking sick and tired of this. Yeah. I'm gonna go up there during a time where I know there's public recognition on both places and people are gonna see this. Like, people are gonna see it from the Beyonce side because billions of people listen to Beyonce and billions
die hard Beyonce fans.
fucking church like they've got. Queen Bee is what they call it. Like, that's insane.
It's insane. I personally, everyone hates me for that, but like I personally think she's overhyped. She can sing. Her best album, in my opinion, was not Lemonade, but the Beyonce self-titled album. I don't know if you listen to Beyonce, but
I honestly,
it's got some bangers on there.
I know every word to Irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's it. That's about it.
Music,
No,
but,
yeah,
like,
I mean, dude, like I
personally
banged ape shit like fucking for like 3-4 days straight because that track fucking bangs. Like, it was crazy. You got Quavo in the background doing the ad libs like on a Beyonce and Jay-Z track. It was cool. It's a fun track.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not gonna like be like, oh, I love that one. Guess I gotta listen to the album and then like go back.
I heard that album didn't even do well.
Yeah, I mean, it had ape shit on it.
The Carters.
That's it.
Yeah.
And it was even kind of like, you listen to it and it's kind of just like, you can hear Jay-Z's balls like squishing a little bit in her hands, like ever since the whole divorce thing, or not divorce thing, but like him cheating and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, it was like, I respect the like, I don't know, the growth in like maturity of like Jay-Z, like that you see like on like story, that you see on like Story of OJ. I thought I would have rather heard more comments on the culture, like his growth and like his view of like the culture, right. Story of OJ.
People want to know, like, what Jay-Z thinks.
Yeah, and he's, you know, he's been around. He's like he's told the test of time, and he's like still like a successful guy, and like we want to know like you know, tell us that, like. And the thing is like he just, I don't know, I feel like he gets caught up in like the whole like TMZ shit sometimes. Like, the amount of times he talked about like him cheating on Beyonce and him being sorry, it was kind of like, you could have done like one track on this and it would have been fine.
Been over with it, yeah.
Honestly, you could have done no tracks on it and I would have been fine with it. TMZ talks about it enough. Like, they would have told me everything I needed to know.
Everything, yeah.
Like, you could have just talked about fucking hip hop, because that's what we come to you for. I don't
give a shit that you cheated, dude.
Yeah, dude. Like,
I'm like, yeah.
Because
like, how could you cheat on Beyonce? I'm like, dude, we don't know her. What if she's just like a fucking bitch?
And also,
and
like, isn't that like Jay-Z's persona since like
yeah,
the beginning?
Like, I'm a fucking pimp type shit.
American Gangster?
Yeah.
Like, are we supposed to say like, gangsters, number one quality we know about them, they stay faithful to their women? No, that's not Renegade. Like, when he's rapping on there with Eminem, like, if you're gonna stand beside Eminem, you're not
yeah, if you I see what you're saying. Like, Eminem's like, I'll bitch you make me her. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, Eminem's,
bitch, I'm gonna kill you.
Eminem's still releasing. Yeah, he's did this song with on Marshall Mathers too. Like, when Kendrick Lamar on that track.
Oh yeah, he's like,
bitch, I'm a like,
yeah. Yeah,
dude, like,
that's a good song. I like that song.
Oh, dude, that song's great.
That's the best song on that album.
Yeah, that one's good. And then I do still
Rap
like
God's
the
I think Rap God's a good song. Took me a while to get into it. But
yeah,
I think it's a good song.
Overhyped, overrated on my book. That's just me, but I just think it's just like, I don't know.
I could listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like
I can't. I have to skip it.
It's like that
I literally have to skip it.
So
like,
there's plenty of Eminem songs that are like that for me.
Yeah.
It's not that one though, but
yeah,
there's other ones I'm just like, turn that shit off.
What is it?
And Wayne songs. I'm the biggest hypocrite of M and Wayne, and I love them both.
Yeah.
For the good music that they have done, but they have put out some trash.
Oh yeah.
Trash ass music.
What is it?
A lot.
And the thing is,
they're habitual trash music releasers.
And the thing is that the music,
but they have had like the greatest verses of all time.
Yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
In their music, whether they were featured or whatever. Sorry. Go
No. Yeah. I mean, I was just about to say the same thing. I was like, it's just, and the sad thing is like, you know, just about the same amount of words to their greatest songs that you know to their most trash songs, because they were played the same
so
amount of
much.
times on the
Yeah,
radio. It's
yeah.
like the people on the radio had no clue the difference between
Yeah.
like a song like Forever
Yeah.
and fucking
Rob was the bullshit monster.
yeah.
I'm friends with a monster.
Yeah, it's just like, dude, turn it off.
Yeah,
I
turn
don't
it
need
off.
that. I don't need. Dude, have you ever heard of a rapper called NF?
Sounds super familiar, but not off top.
Okay. Well, I went I do like a
Just NF.
yeah, like the letters NF, but I was doing a
Napier fuck.
yeah. Napier Fane.
Fane.
Like Shane but with F. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Like Napier fuck.
Yeah.
Suits me more.
Yeah. But I was listening to like new music that was released last night, and like somebody like reposted like an NF track, and I had heard of him like in conversations, but I had never heard his music, and I listened to it, and it was just like the biggest like Eminem rip, but like with like less passion.
Less
and
passion.
And it's just like, dude, you want to talk about something that'll in your career,
Just
like
try to
as
mimic.
just sound like him.
Yeah.
Just sound like him. You're never
Yeah.
gonna go anywhere.
They're not.
No one wants to hear another Eminem.
No, not at all.
They heard it once. It was amazing, and we're done with
We're
it.
done with
We're
it.
almost like done with
We're,
Eminem.
we're almost done with him now. We're like, okay, like, yeah.
Yeah, we got.
Kamikaze was a good album, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was good. It's the best shit he's put out since 2011, in my opinion.
How many re-listens did you give it?
A good bit for a minute.
Really?
Okay. I actually just listened to Kill Shot again like the other night.
But that wasn't on the.
It should have been, but it
should've,
wasn't. Well, he should do a re-release where he adds that in there.
Mm.
That's I don't know. Yeah.
Do you think it was like? Do you think it was like kind of like cheesy for somebody like Eminem to be kind of clout grabbing by taking all these shots to these new age rappers like he was?
Yeah, I didn't like that part of it too much. Yeah, I don't know. I wish there's definitely like part of me that wanted him to do something like a little bit different than that. Like I wanted him to rap how he was rapping and like on the beats that it was, you know, like this is what I want from Eminem. I want modern beats, not whoever the fuck you're getting your beats from now. And I want.
So you didn't like the beats on Kamikaze?
No, the beats on Kamikaze were cool.
Yeah,
beats on Kamikaze. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That was like a step up.
Okay,
but I'm saying for a while, like.
But you said not the beats you're getting from now.
No,
what
I'm
was that in reference?
I'm talking about whatever the fuck Revival was, whatever the fuck. What was before that shit? Even on Marshall Mathers LP2.
What?
Yeah.
Rick Rubin?
Oh, is that who was doing it?
Dog.
I don't know, dude. I'm just no. I don't care who it is.
All right.
I'm saying I want to hear him on some like darker,
okay,
like maybe some like trap shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that type of beat, but like rap over it and like I don't do you. You know what I mean? And, And I don't know. He's just evolved into, you know, he's sober. You know, good power to you, but definitely seems like music was better before.
Yeah.
Sobriety,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion, and just stop rapping so damn fast, and like offbeat.
Stop rapping fast.
Like offbeat, like it's I don't.
Isn't
know.
that like his thing?
It is, but it not. I if you go back and you listen to beginning Eminem, like yeah, he rapped fast, but it was more ABC. And yeah, I'm not saying don't be complex. It's just I can tell. Okay, I can tell you this. There's a significant difference in his voice and his flow, in my opinion, when you listen to Marshall Mathers 1, Eminem Show, you know, that whole area, this whole era from like 98 to 2005. And then we get his like little hiatus, and then he comes back soberly, and he came back hard, and it was good. Like Forever dropped, and like he was promoting, you know, fucking like Recovery, which was good.
Yeah.
And then right after that, he did the joint album with
which has one of my number one favorite trash songs, Not Afraid. I hate Not Afraid.
I'm not afraid.
I hate
Yeah,
that song.
it's whatever.
It makes me think of kids holding hands with a bunch of. They all have a different nationality,
yeah,
but they're like the stereotypical nationality, like the kids they put in like the math textbooks,
Right.
or
Yeah,
representing
yeah, yeah,
everybody.
yeah.
It's like one wheelchair kid.
There's always
Like,
yeah.
There's always a wheelchair
Someone's
kid
on crutches.
because those guys are in a march.
It's Asian, black, and like,
Wheelchair.
Wheelchair.
Yeah. I don't know why they're worried about offending wheelchair kids. They're not gonna go on a march.
Yeah. That's fucked.
All right. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So you're
they get
saying.
fucking like front row parking everywhere they go. Like,
Yeah. They can't even drive. Why are we saving these spots? I never see them pop out of the car and they're wheelie.
They're always empty.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's using that.
They get them painted on there.
And then he came in like 2009 to like 2011, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did that joint thing with Royce 5'9", which I thought was good. And for me, that was the last time.
Bad Meets Evil? Is that what you're talking about?
Is that what it's called? Yeah.
Yeah,
Bad
okay.
Meets Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that for me was the last time he put out like a solid. That for me was like, there was like a little era there where he sounded a certain way, and then after that we get like Marshall Mathers 2, which is okay. I like the like 3 songs off of it.
Really?
Yeah, for me.
Gosh.
And then I don't know what else does he put out after that? Revival, and I think there might have been one other thing. It's just I just don't like. And then Kamikaze came out, and that was good.
Really?
But
you put Kamikaze above Marshall Mathers too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Okay.
I just don't like the way he sounded on Marshall Mathers too. Like
I just like I think
I've noticed the difference in his like his flow and his voice, and I don't like it.
See, I feel like that flow started with Relapse. I need to pull up his discography so I can see this.
Yeah, pull up the discography. Relapse was cool.
It had see that's
He thinks it's trash. He hates that album.
well.
He said on Recovery, and I think the song Won't Back Down. He's like, "Fuck my last city, that shit's in my trash." He's like, "I'll be goddamn if another rapper gets in my ass."
Yeah, so like Eminem show, yeah.
Right. So start over here.
Let's do not most popular. Let's do
No.
newest first. So just so they're in
newest.
order.
Okay,
Just so they're
I see
in
what
order.
you're saying.
Yeah, so Kamikaze,
good.
I'll give it a good. Yeah, Revival,
Terrible, trash.
terrible.
Southpaw trash.
Southpaw, I didn't even hear.
Well,
that.
that's just like a bunch of different rappers, but he was in charge of like picking out.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Southpaw the movie.
No, I never saw it.
It doesn't matter. Like
He kind of did what Kendrick did for Black Panther.
There.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Marshall Mathers LP2. I give it a yeah. I like that one. I know you don't, but okay.
It's got three songs on it that I like.
Okay. Recovery trash. In my opinion.
You think Recovery's trash?
Yeah,
I
trash.
don't. I think Recovery is
It's way too poppy. I do not like poppy Eminem. I want
You think it's
Eminem to give me.
poppy? Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Hold on.
He's got some of the best verses on there.
Let me see this. This has No Love on it, doesn't it?
It does.
Oh, that
So
makes
look-
this hard.
So look, Cinderella Man is good. I like
Eh.
it. Going Through Changes is one of my favorite songs by him. Have you heard that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but okay, so No Love isn't. Oh yeah, it
No
is.
Love is
Yeah.
on there. White Trash Party, I like that.
Mm. No Love's probably the only one I give it, and No Love is still fucking poppy as shit. Those synths that he uses, Imagine Dragons uses those synths. I do not need Imagine Dragons synths on an Eminem track.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not okay. I will say that
This is probably an album I'll give your vote for, like Marshall Mathers 2.
Okay.
Like
yeah,
where
yeah.
it's like yeah, I like tracks off of it, but I can't fuck with it too hard.
Can't fuck with it too hard. Well, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the actual like beats, but I love his verses and the way he's rapping on this album a lot. And then Relapse.
Shit.
Yeah, we got Relapse, which is like for me like the same thing with Marshall Mathers LP 2. I like 3 songs.
Yeah, I need to see. Let's see the.
So I like 3 a.m. I think that's the one.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of cool.
Old Time's Sake. And where's the fucking one? Crack a Bottle. I like Crack a Bottle.
There's another song. We Made You.
When you walk through. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Yeah. That was the one that was on the radio that I heard like a ton.
You didn't ever hear Crack a Bottle?
I heard Crack a Bottle
I like
maybe
Crack a
once or
Bottle.
twice.
It's like 50 Cent and Dre on there. It's cool. But yeah, that album is whatever. And Eminem hates that album
Yeah.
himself. And then okay, these don't exist. Those are kind of like fake shit in between there.
Yeah.
So Encore,
Encore.
trash.
Really?
It's not that great.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I say trash.
Well,
I would put
also, isn't Encore is just like a compilation?
no, you're thinking of Curtain Show
Oh, okay.
or
okay,
Curtain
okay.
Call. Curtain Call.
Curtain Call is
like-
the compilation of Encore and the Eminem Show, right?
Just all his music up until like
Okay,
2005
yeah.
with like a couple
Yeah.
new songs. Like
Okay,
greatest
so
hits
now
almost.
I'm not thinking about Encore.
Some people get Encore confused with the Eminem Show, and because it looks similar, you know.
Yeah.
Encore's got like it was just more funny. It was just more funny songs on there.
Yeah, it's got Just Lose It.
Yeah, just
Ass
listen-
Like That.
Yeah, like it actually it's a good it's
Calls
just funny.
Paul.
It's just
Yeah.
a funny like album. And it's
Except
good.
for like Tour Soldiers, you can't.
That's a good.
That's
you
not.
know
That's
what?
not
Fuck-
funny.
Fuck what I said.
And Mockingbird.
This is a
What
good,
the fuck, dude? This album's like.
This
yeah.
is actually a good. This is a good album. Yeah, sorry. One Shot, Two Shot. If you've never heard that,
I
listen.
haven't heard that.
Oh
one.
my god, it's him and D12, and like they're just literally describing like somebody shooting up the club, and like it's like one person will rap, and it's like he's giving his perspective of the night and how it's going down, and then it moves on to the next person and how
That's pretty cool.
what they were doing in the night, and like it comes all together, like them running from this dude shooting up the club, and they find out like who it is, and it's one of their friends, and I don't know, it's just really fucking hilarious.
Dude,
He's
D12.
like I don't know who it is. He's like in the song he's like, bro, what about your wife? He's like, man, fuck my wife. I'm trying to run and save my motherfucking life. And then he's like, I told the bitch I'll be right. I can't remember what he said. He's like, she's screaming, don't leave me. I told the bitch I'll be right back, and the dumb bitch believe me.
Dude.
So, okay, this is my number one favorite album of all time by Eminem.
Okay.
And
Well, yeah, dude, you can't. This is the list on this.
This is almost a perfect album, just in general.
Till I
for me.
Collapse,
One of the
Haley's
greatest
song,
albums
When
of
the
all
Music
time.
Stops, Superman, Sing for the Moment, Without Me, Soldier,
Yeah, Cleaning Out My Closet,
Cleaning Out My
White
Closet.
America.
Yeah, dude,
This is the perfect album.
yeah.
That was the greatest album of all time.
You think you would call this like a Good Kid, Mad City of his career?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you can't not flex on Marshall Mathers LP
No.
or Slim Shady LP.
Those are
both
classics
amazing
as
albums.
well.
Yeah,
And people will debate me on
but definitely not as recognized probably until the Eminem Show.
dude, like people still bump that shit.
Mm.
If anybody's bumping like Eminem.
Well, and what's crazy is that he's so different in the fact that like he got in with Dre and like he was all over the radio with My Name Is.
Yeah.
And that was on his first LP. Like
Yeah.
no music prior.
You know what I think
Still one of my favorite songs.
you know
Just
what I
Don't
think
Give a
is
Fuck. Love that song.
kind of fucked up his career besides getting sober. I have a big problem with that. But no, I'm really happy for him.
Well, so did he. That's why he stopped. He had a very big problem, and so he stopped.
well, fuck, dude.
I'm just saying. I don't
He
doubt
could have
it.
OD'd and just been one of the greats.
Oh my gosh, is that good? I think that's what they figured out. Like fucking
You just
Lil
last
Peep.
too long,
Yeah.
and then you.
Triple X was like, I've made my best stuff. I'm leaving now.
Nah, I think he could have gone and like done more. They were gone too early. They had put out like what 1, 2, 3 projects, and like I think a lot of those were like mixtapes.
Yeah, I mean,
Whereas
well,
Tupac was put. What do you have? Like he had like 5 albums, didn't he? 4. He had a few albums. Like
Machiavelli, All Eyes on Me.
Machiavelli was post death.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
What?
It's post-death.
What?
Mhm. Oh wait, I might be wrong.
'Cause that
I'm wrong
one-
as fuck actually.
That one was, I'm pretty sure.
Whenever it wasn't long after.
Yeah, because so
Okay.
All
yeah.
Eyes on Me, 1996.
And
then
then that 1996.
Machiavelli
But he also
in
died in
1996.
1996, so it wasn't long after that.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Tupac Lives Now.
Strictly for my niggas.
Yeah. Yeah. That was second,
Yeah.
right there. So let's do like
Mhm.
this. Ah, dude, come on,
And then it
Google.
puts all this bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
we know, like, he's in, like, these other, like...
Yeah, I mean, but it's not real. So
No,
yeah,
it's
Tupacalypse
Tupacalypse
Now,
Now,
Strictly
strictly for my...
for yeah, Me Against the World, All Eyes on Me, The Dawn
Yeah,
Killer.
so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 albums.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll say 4 because one was released after death, and if we're
He
gonna
didn't. He wasn't dead.
at that when the album was released. So like, are we gonna count all of like all what 5 albums that have been released since Triple X died?
No,
Because dude, he's released a shit. This fucking brand that was built
Whoever.
around him
Yeah.
released stuff under his name for like the past like 2 years now, or year. I don't even know how long it's been.
year.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
But it's been insane.
Same thing with Lil Peep, which I know you don't listen to, but they released.
I don't really fuck with Lil Peep.
I did. That's fine. The last I think it's Come Over When You're Sober Part 2. He was working on, and then it was unfinished, and I liked it, but you can just tell it was unfinished.
Yeah.
He has like one verse. It's like I feel like the song was meant to be longer.
Yeah. Well,
type shit.
probably. Yeah.
I know you don't know really what I'm talking about, but that's neither here nor there. But no, I think that he actually, it was released before he died, but he died like I want to say like a month later or some shit. Look when it was released, because I want to say that he did a music video for it, and it came out. He's alive.
November 5th. And
Look up Tupac's death.
He passed away
September. Oh
yeah,
shit!
So it did come out.
It came out a
but
month
that's
after.
close. That's real close.
But yeah, he could have definitely done the music video and then died.
Yeah, he was
before
probably
before the album
like
was released.
album was completed. He's starting the promotion cycle.
He did the music video for the single. Yeah, and then he died.
Yeah. See, that's for me. That's like okay, like yeah, like he's not gonna be able to market it as himself, but like this is music that he wanted to release. He had the intention of releasing it. So like,
and that was a good album. I like that album.
Yeah, go ahead and release it. But what gets under my skin is when like I've got a friend who like loves Triple X, and like I fuck with his stuff, like I listen to it, but like I'm not like a diehard fan.
You like his you listen to mostly his singing shit, right?
Not as much.
A lot of the post death shit. Like, did you listen to like Revenge, where it's like metal beats like rap kind of?
So see, I haven't gotten into
at
that.
you.
I mean, so like
that's the shit that I liked from X.
Well, I like that stuff too, but like what gets me is that like how many projects have been released from him since he's passed? Like it's kind of ridiculous. Like
I don't think that much. I think it's maybe 2. Look it up, man.
I mean, well, okay.
Right.
I'm gonna.
You had me on this show. You know what's gonna happen. I'm take a bathroom break.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'll just keep talking. So here I'm gonna go ahead and take these X stuff. XXX Tentacion presents in 2019. Skins 2018. Because he released 17 in 2017. He was alive for that. I remember him doing the promotion. I feel like there was another group project released with them too. Triple X. Good grief. So he passed away in June 18th, 2018. And Question Mark came out March 16th. So it was right before he passed away. Skins, this is an album? Yeah, 3rd studio album, Skins. And then Presents, which is the members only. So this is like a group project. So yeah, I guess it only has been 2. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
But there is a 3rd project because this isn't.
They're probably working on other. I'm sure.
Because there's something he might. Okay, no, this is it. I just didn't have the album art.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So.
I Need Jesus. I haven't even heard. Is that real?
But still, that's one more than was like.
Where's Revenge? Okay, go over there. I guess he was releasing. This is just all like. No, not that one.
What am I looking at?
All the way to the right, to where you can barely see it.
Okay.
Yeah. That was my favorite. I think it only had like.
Okay, so this is like a
songs on it.
mixtape.
Yeah.
Look at me.
You heard that one?
Yeah, dude.
I
I
like
remember that was like, I feel like that was everybody's introduction to him.
Yeah.
Like,
Look at me. Follow me.
Good God.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. He was doing what is now classified. If you scroll down, like there's a whole subgenre now just from like SoundCloud. Click on like actual like the Wikipedia. Like I don't know how you do it.
What do you mean?
Like there, yeah.
Okay.
Triple X mixtape. Where it's called, what are they calling it? They're calling it, okay, down there where it says genres, experimental hip hop, SoundCloud rap, trap metal. That's what they're calling it, and that's
Trap
what
metal.
there's a lot of. It's really only a handful that are doing it. Suicide Boys is one of them for some of their sons.
Ghostmane, I've heard of him.
He's cool. Ski Mask the Slum God.
Yeah. 6ix9ine.
Yeah, and I guess because he's screaming, he's yelling at you, but like
It's not really like metal instrumentation.
the instrument, yeah, exactly. Whereas
Yeah.
like Suicide Boys, Triple X, like and Look at Me, it's got like a yeah.
Yeah. And one of the things that caught my attention with him that probably is the reason I haven't dove into these other artists, and they might have done this, but what really caught my attention about him was his utilization of bad mixing and recording practices on purpose.
Oh yeah. I think I know what you're
Dude.
saying. Where it's like he sounds like muffled or shit. Like
Well, because he would literally turn every single volume all the way up, so everything is clipping.
where it's like
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
it's getting this distortion. It's getting really like heavy transients like throughout the track. Like everything's bleeded together. Like nothing is mixed correctly. But him and
so he was
Earl Sweatshirt does that on Grief.
on the new one, huh?
On no, not on the new one. He does it on the new one, but the first time he did it was on the song Grief when you hear that drum click when it hits.
Mhm.
He had turned it all the way up that it goes like you hear the clip of the
Yeah.
drum because like it's turned up so much that it's peaking every single time, but he uses it and he tunes everything to that peak, and it's like it sounds good.
You remember Watch the Throne? Fucking. What was it? It's at the end of like Inward in Paris. um.
Oh, where it's just the white noise. It's the
Yeah. Where it's like, but it's like boom.
yeah.
I feel like is that kind of like similar?
I would say that was just him using white noise. I'll play
Yeah.
something
Well,
like
whatever. I think what you were describing, like the distortion and like on purpose type shit. I think Triple X got that from the band Slipknot, and I know you don't listen to metal, but like they were doing that shit on their albums because they're not. They were like new metal experimental and
distortion is getting really like heavy transients like throughout the track. Like everything's bleeded together. Like nothing is mixed correctly. But him and
so he was
Earl Sweatshirt does that on Grief.
on the new one, huh?
On no, not on the new one. He does it on the new one, but the first time he did it was on the song Grief when you hear that drum click when it hits. He had turned it all the way up that it goes like you hear the clip of the drum because like it's turned up so much that it's peaking every single time, but he uses it and he tunes everything to that peak, and it's like it sounds good.
You remember Watch the Throne? Fucking. What was it? It's at the end of like Inward in Paris.
Oh, where it's just the white noise. It's the
yeah. Where it's like, but it's like boom.
yeah.
I feel like is that kind of like similar?
I would say that was just him using white noise. I'll play something
Well,
like
whatever. I think what you were describing, like the distortion and like on purpose type shit. I think Triple X got that from the band Slipknot, and I know you don't listen to metal, but like they were doing that shit on their albums because they're not. They were like new metal experimental and shit, and like they rapped on their shit too. And it wasn't just it didn't sound like just straight up like rock. Like it was like there was like a level of like production and like they fucked with sounds kind of like Linkin Park did,
Okay.
where it was like a mixture of like rap and like metal,
Okay.
and like they were doing that distortion type shit.
But I'm just gonna get this drum clip in here real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't heard this song actually, so I have no idea. So let's see.
Like that, like every single one of the drums is clipping. And that's basically like they just turned them up too much. And so like they're peaking out on the levels, and then it creates this, like, it's not like a a production thing. It's thing producers listen for to not have that, because it creates a sound that isn't the drums.
Right.
It's the drums coming through and it not being able to handle the sample rate at like that volume, and like and he's using it, and it's
What song were you
crazy.
saying that Triple X did that? Was it Look at Me?
It was on no. So
Or no.
Look at Me does use something like that. Look at Me, he's got everything turned.
Yeah, like Revenge was like what was it 7 songs? Like even shorter than this one, I
Yeah,
think. Um,
it's not a lot.
and I think that's becoming a new thing. And like I was watching an interview with like Juicy J. I think he was on like the Breakfast Club, and they were like, "Yeah, so why?" He's like, "Why'd you only have one verse on your song with your new song with Travis Scott?" He's like, "I did another verse, but he's like, he's like, I've been thinking about shit lately, and like, I think that the one verse is better. The way the song's shorter, you want to listen to it over again.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas sometimes the song's too long, you only listen to it like once, you're like, okay, that was enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is interesting.
Yeah. So he did. He said I did one verse, and you got Travis Scott on the hook doing like his thing.
Because that was, I've heard arguments for not putting your chorus at the end of the track, like for that reason of like people used to do, like it used to be, like intro when,
Mhm.
especially like rap music, it used to be intro, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse,
Chorus.
chorus. But then they took that last chorus off
Yeah.
because they were like, well, if distortion is getting really like heavy transients like throughout the track, like everything's bleeded together, like nothing is mixed correctly. But him and
So he was
Earl Sweatshirt does that on
on the
Grief.
new one, huh?
On are coming to this chorus, and then they just cut it off, and then you're going, whoa, 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 whoa! I need to hear that
You
chorus
need to
one more
hear it
time,
again,
and
yeah.
and then you play the track again.
Yeah.
So I think like it is cool that that's
I think what
a
Juicy
method
did in
to
that,
it.
I don't know if you heard that song Neighbors.
Mm-mm.
It's like it's Travis on like the hook or whatever you want to call it. It's a long hook.
Mm.
Juicy's verse and then Travis. That's it.
Hmm.
So it's Travis twice and Juicy in the middle.
Yeah.
Juicy in the middle.
It's juicy in the middle, baby.
It's juicy. That's the juice right there.
2 Scotts and a juicy.
Oh,
Dude, yeah, dude, Scott. Can
What do you think? Okay, I
draw
just
a
started thinking
chorus.
about is you remember at the end of DNA? What is that called? Like where he switches up the beat a bit. It's like he's like, you motherfuckers can't tell me nothing. I'd rather die than listen to you. And then like in the background, like, give me some ganja. Like I know that's Rick James that he sampled, but like the beat switches and it's like very loud and like it's like zoom, boom, boom.
I don't know off the
Look-
top of my head. Let's jump to it.
Check that out.
Give me some ganja.
Give me some ganja. Like you hear like keys too. It's like ding 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 ding. And just like skip to like
Yeah. Soldier's
more
DNA,
like
born inside the beat.
further. What was the point of this collector's edition? Where
And
it
I've
was
said this, what
backwards?
the fuck you heard? And pass the
Ah,
just never struck my nerve. And
man.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like a beat change. What do you mean?
It's just a beat change. I don't know. Maybe it's because I was listening into the car and it was just overtly loud.
Oh, okay.
Whenever the beat, as opposed, like I could, so in the car, I could clearly hear what he's saying.
This how it is when you
up
in the
until
matrix,
that
dodge your
point.
bullets.
And then right here, it was just the speakers I was listening to. It was just like when the beat changed, I couldn't hear him anymore.
Well, also that just might have to do with like EQ, because if you the
My
first
pedigree most
part
definitely don't
is
tolerate the front.
almost, besides the hi-hats,
Yeah.
everything's in the low range, so his voice is just alone up
Alone,
in the high
yeah.
range. And that's kind of what I was talking about with X's track, like when you turn everything up, the distortion and like transients, they spread across all frequencies.
Mm-hmm.
So then like everything gets like muddy. Everything is everywhere.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what used to happen when they used to record on tape, because when you used to like record onto tape, everything would kind of have this like warmth, and it would kind of like spread, not like that, like a digital spread is just like fucking distorted and gross, but like it was almost like this like real natural like spread of the harmonies over the different frequencies and such. But like when you jump into the second part, like you've got,
I'd rather die than to listen to you. My DNA not for imitation.
it's almost majority like the hi-hats, the snare gets like higher, and you've got the other guy in the background going, give me some gotcha, and it's got his voice with like some delay and reverb, and so it's just clashing with Kendrick's voice. So that just might
I love that
DNA
part.
abomination.
But,
This how this where you in the matrix. That
dude,
yeah.
Kendrick. But yeah, I think the collector's edition was literally just to say like hey, this is how the album was supposed to be listened to. Like you were right, it goes backwards.
Oh, okay, yeah. 'Cause
Like
it does
I
go
think
backwards.
that's it. Like,
Well, doesn't Good Kid, Mad City kind of do too? Or does that go in order?
I think that's
No.
I think that's a cyclical album.
Yeah, kind of like Pulp Fiction, where like it's non-linear,
Yeah, Pulp Fiction and
right? Am I
King
am I crazy?
Gizzard and the
No, it's
Lizard
done
Wizard.
non-linearly, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that movie is. Yeah. Wait, what'd you say? King who?
King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. They released an album this past year called Polygonal
Who
Wonderland.
the motherfucker is that?
Dude, you haven't listened to King Giz? Dude, they're sick. They released
Male or fucking female?
it's like 9 dudes.
Oh shit!
Yeah. There's like
So it's a
they've got
gangbang.
yeah, there you go, gang. They've got like keys, an acoustic guitar player, like 3 guitar players, a singer and who plays guitar, and then 2 drummers. It's like a big band.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. They did like a whole microtonal experimental album at the beginning of the year called the Flying Microtonal Banana, and then this was last year. And then the next album they released that year was like more of like a heavy rock album. And then, but it was like a concept album. It was like a story of like this robot like trying to get like biological life, and it talks about it like saying like it wants to throw up, like it's never gonna throw up as a robot, and like wants to throw up, like, and it's just like really gritty, and like, and then the one after that was like this smooth like almost elevator music jazz. This is actually I talked to you about this group before because you said you liked Mild High Club. The smooth jazz album is with Mild High Club. They joined together and do so. That's the 3rd album they released that year. And then the 4th is Polygonal Wonderland, and then the last one is I feel
like I would like their hard rock album probably.
Yeah, that's no, that's not.
I love me
it's
some
Digital Black is on
love
there.
me some metal.
Come on, what is it? So okay. Gumboot Soup is the last one they released. I didn't listen to that one as much. I like
Their
the song.
artwork's hella trippy.
Oh yeah, but the Murder of the Universe. Yeah, that's this album. It's pretty cool. It's got like a little bit of a story to it. They're all like really cool songs.
Where are you uploading these podcasts to, if you don't mind me asking?
YouTube.
Just YouTube? Oh shit.
Yeah, that's about it. I tried live streaming the last time, and it like messed up the video so bad.
Really?
Like you can watch it.
Because of bad connection and shit, right?
Yeah, like you get like halfway through it, and then all of a sudden like it starts getting like glitchy, like shit, like as it's going. The audio's still fine, but it's just like the video starts kind of like glitching out, but just like keeps trucking, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
like old YouTube days is buffering and like.
Yeah, but it's not even buffering. Like you play it back and it's as if it's buffering, but it's like permanent buffering.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. There used to be like that permanent buffering. Like,
yeah. So.
I wonder how Joe Rogan does it. Because I see sometimes you can watch his live. Like I've gone on there and it's like live right now.
Hella strong Wi-Fi.
Hella strong. Like he's out there in California, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he probably has like. He probably has like nothing else running on that Wi-Fi besides. He's probably got a separate like 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, which, dude, because the thing is I'm running my Wi-Fi off of my phone's hotspot. So, yeah.
Dude, you don't have Wi-Fi set up?
No.
Shit.
It's expensive. I don't want that.
It's expensive, dude. You make more money than me, and like
No, it's stupid.
It's stupid.
It's stupid. The only reason I have this money is because I don't spend it. Fuck.
I feel you.
Fuck hotspot, dude. I mean, not fuck hotspot. Hotspot's amazing.
Hotspot is dope. Yeah.
Shout out to Verizon sponsoring this podcast with that hotspot they're hooking me up with.
I got that hotspot too. It is
dude,
nice.
Dude, it's fucking sweet.
To be honest, our Wi-Fi's shut off right now. We're trying to turn it back on. So Elijah's been using my hotspot.
Wait, what's wrong with the Wi-Fi?
We were late on it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
It's expensive.
Yeah, dude. Well, okay, so like the thing is I want to pay for what I fucking use. And the apartment came to me and they were like, yeah, we got this package and we're going to give you this Wi-Fi and you're paying for cable too. And I was like,
yeah.
I'm not like 50, so I don't watch cable anymore. Yeah. Who the fuck watches cable anymore?
Yeah.
I don't have if I had wireless charging on my phone, I wouldn't have a goddamn cable in this house. Like, what are you talking about?
Fucking, and they know that too. The companies that are the
that's
cable,
why
they know that. And the reason why I know they know that is because if fucking from our age to I'm gonna say from our age up until like 70, what do they want to fucking watch that you can only watch through cable? Mostly sports. Yeah. And you can't get sports without the premium package deal with all these other ones. They don't have a package that's just sports. It doesn't exist.
Have you heard of shout out to YouTube, help me out, give me a sponsor. Have you heard of YouTube TV?
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, sports.
Yeah. I know, but I'm saying these cable companies like AT&T and shit. Yeah. On that package. Like, because you get a package with the channels that you get.
Yeah.
So you can't get all the other channels without. You can't get the sports package without all the other channels, which is just the fucking a lot. See. Yeah. My stepdad always used to say, like, the only reason I have these other channels because I can't get the sports, blah, blah, blah. And he's old as shit. He's like 75. Yeah.
Dude, cut out your cable bill. Cut out your entire cable bill and pay $40 for YouTube TV.
He'll get so frustrated and have a stroke and die.
Dude, my dad doesn't understand shit. I put up a Chromecast.
I'm also not there in New Orleans, so he'll just yell at my mom, and my mom's like, shut the fuck. I don't know.
I'm just saying, like, dude, that shit's tight, and you like control it from your phone. He goes on there, he looks through, like, it recommends all the games that are going on right now, and he just picks the game he wants to watch. And if he picks it up and wants to change the game, he just looks on his phone and hits the game. Like, it's all like right there. It's like super easy.
I'm gonna talk to my mom about that.
Because I mean, like, dude, like a cable bill for like with like the legit package.
Yeah,
it's like over $100.
Yeah.
So you're cutting out like maybe at least $60 out of your monthly bill. Like, that's insane.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, these people that come to you and they're just like, you got to pay for cable, you got to pay for Wi-Fi. And I'm just like, okay. And so I took it to Verizon and I said, I want this good of Wi-Fi, but I don't want to pay the cable. Can your hotspot do that? And they're like, yep. And I was like, how much is it? And they're like, less than that. And I was like, that's all you had to fucking say.
That's all you had to say. Damn, so you're just running. Okay. Right. Fuck.
Yeah.
Shit.
But I mean, if I were to do like a live video stream that's also recording audio, that's also running this program, that's also
then
pulling up videos, even the basic Wi-Fi here wouldn't like be able to handle all that stuff. It's just like a processing thing.
But how does Joe Rogan get like the fucking money? That's a stupid question.
What do you mean?
Like the level of Wi-Fi that he has.
It's not
pays
like
a lot of money.
It's not like it's so like the
he has multiple Wi-Fis, right? Is that what you're saying?
So a lot of standard Wi-Fi plans are coming with multiple Wi-Fis now. Like that's why we have two Wi-Fis like at the restaurant. We have a have a regular
5G and then
we have a 2.4 gigahertz band and then we have a 5 gigahertz bandwidth. And like most Wi-Fi packages are turned into that, so you can put like really heavy stuff that's constantly going, like streaming TV and streaming music on the 5 gigahertz, and then the 2.4 gigahertz for like internet.
Right.
Shit.
I was feeling like,
wanted
to hold the mic.
Just hold it up. Yeah.
I feel like a rock star.
Well, dude, we have already gone an hour and 24 minutes. That just might be the sign for us to pause this off. Shane Napier coming on the podcast,
Napier.
talking about hip hop. This has been Pineapple
Couple white
Podcast. Thank y'all for listening. Dude,